Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Football Brehz, a platform where we discuss, debate, and banter. My name is the OS, and I'll be your host for today's show. Back with us on the show, we have Arsenal fan Kemal. We have Spurs fan Ben, even though he told us to, class him as a football fan, not Spurs fan today. But anyway, Spurs fan Ben. We have Chelsea fan Kadus. And lastly, we have Liverpool, I was going to say, because of the red background, but Arsenal fan Kieron. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. On today's show, we're going to discuss all the previews coming up and briefly talk about some of the crazy results that happened last week. But before we do that, guys, can you make sure you subscribe, you like, you follow all of our social media platforms so that we can keep bringing you this content on a weekly basis. Now, Kemal, you may begin.
How are you? How is everyone doing? That's my main thing. How are we all doing today?
I'm good. I'm real good.
I ain't that good.
You actually planned this. You actually planned this and gave Kemal some airtime.
We haven't actually planned it. We ain't actually planned it.
Quick question. So why is someone not repping their football jersey today? Because every week they come with some dry ass hoodie or they come with some whack ass color white top. But today he's representing his country.
It's in the wash, bro. It's in the wash.
So just to put into context,
it's in the bin.
It needs to get cleaned. It needs to get cleaned.
My top came from Ben.
Just to put into context, Arsenal battered Spurs
Kieron, you're dickhead.
last weekend. So we just wanted to bring that up. But before we even go to that game, let's maybe start off with the first game at the weekend, Manchester United versus Everton. Now, I'll put my hand up. I was confident last week that we were going to beat Aston Villa, and that came crashing down very, very quick. Horrible performance from Man United. Aston Villa played the game very well. They soaked the pressure and then hit us with that sucker punch at the end. So I'm fuming about that. Go on, Kemal. Give me the question.
So, why didn't the King take the penalty? And will he be taking the penalty duties from now on?
Good question. Good question. Okay, I'll tell you my thought, and then Kieron, you can tell us yours. For me, I think he didn't take the penalty because, first of all, Bruno's penalty record is incredible. That's one thing. Secondly, you don't want to upset the hierarchy in the team. So I understand why Oli still gave it to Bruno. And then thirdly, I still think Bruno will take the next penalty. I don't think he's going to change it to Ronaldo. Go on, Kieron.
I was going to say, I think it'd be shared ownership. The fact that you do have Ronaldo in the team now, I think he will look at it as a case whereas before, I think the burden on a lot of those penalties came on to Fernandez's shoulders. But now you have someone like Ronaldo who has also a good record. I think they'll share the burden. Two of them will start taking penalties.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if that's what happens. What I saw in the game was interesting that Ronaldo was taking free kicks, and they gave.
That is more interesting.
Yeah,
I'll do the other way around. I
don't think Ronaldo should take free kicks.
No, he's poor at
personally.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it was interesting because now you see, I've seen the replay, and you see Pogba tell Ronaldo, "No, he's got it. He's got it."
Yeah, for sure. But you saw, you have to also give credit to Martinez. This guy got into the head of Bruno really, really well. Like
he said he wanted Ronaldo. He's like, I want you, Ronaldo.
He said, give it to Ronaldo. He's the penalty taker. Give it to Ronaldo or something like that. That gets into someone's head. And Bruno knowing that Ronaldo's standing behind him and listening to all of these insults, that plays in your head no matter how much of a big player you are. He did it and it worked for him really, really well.
Let me show you. I'm going to pull it top corner. You are not saving this whatsoever.
Exactly. And that crashed big time. It was one of the worst penalties I've seen. That penalty was horrible. But, look, give credit to Aston Villa. I was completely wrong. They played their masterpiece. United were awful, I would say, in that game as well. One of the worst games, I think, this season we played. But also we had chances, too, that the players also let the manager down as well. So there was a lot of things that went wrong. So I don't know. Next game, putting that into the next game, Manchester United at home against Everton, I really don't know what's going to happen. If we had won that game, I would have said I'm comfortable we'll win this game because that's a similar type of game. But I don't know if Everton have Calvin Lewin. Dinier's not been on form for Everton, really. So I don't know how that game is going to pan out, to be honest with you.
Townsend has been
he's been good,
on form.
I think Calvert-Lewin. I think he is due back on the weekend, but I don't think he'll start if he was to come back.
But the thing is, you got to think United. Every time they've taken an L or they've not got the result they wanted, the next game they pretty much come back harder. So I think with that in mind, I think it'll probably be a cruise for United, because they'll kind of just be like, let's pull our socks up and get this game done. So yeah,
United don't have Maguire or Shaw. I mean, I don't know about Shaw. Shaw might be back for that game, but Maguire definitely out for the next few weeks. So that's a big blow.
Oh really?
Also, Ben, just to jump onto your point, have Man United lost the last 3 games?
No, they haven't, especially not losing by 3-0 in 2 London derbies.
No, I'm asking because obviously there was Villa,
Kieron,
and then there was the league. No, listen.
Young boys.
Yeah, and then the League Cup as well.
West Ham.
That's 3 games. So they've lost the last 3 games in a row.
Yeah. In different competitions. He might be talking about the league, because you have to remember also we changed teams as well.
I was talking about I was focused on Premier League, since it's the Premier League podcast, but you got a point still. You got a point.
It is. It's a good point. I mean, today, as we're recording this, we're going to be playing Villarreal today. So I think that's also going to play a lot into.
But I think you not having Maguire is a big blow, because I think that'll be major. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
and you'll be fine with Villarreal, man. They want to come third and get Europa back anyway. So yeah.
Well, you never know. Okay, well, I mean, just before we move on from Man United, give me one player that you guys think will make a difference on both teams, and I'll just quickly go through it. So, Kieron, for you, who do you think will make a difference for both teams?
I would say Ronaldo. I think he'll step up, man. I think he'll step up.
Fair enough. And how about for Everton?
Everton. Oh, that's a tough one. I'll say Townsend. Yeah, he was in good form last game, so maybe he can keep the roll going.
Kadus, for you?
Ronaldo, innit?
And Everton?
Demarai Gray. I think he's the guy to watch.
Gray's been playing well. Yeah. How about you, Kemal?
Yeah, I agree with Gray. That's why he's in my fantasy league team. And obviously the king, Ronaldo.
Let me tell you that these tips.
Difference.
No one cares about your fantasy league. Come on, no one cares about
I'm ahead of you, so don't talk. I'm ahead of you, don't talk.
No one cares about your team, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm ahead of you, don't talk.
Pretty much what Kadus said, innit? I think Demarai Gray and for me, I think Ronaldo, innit? I think he's the difference. So yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, well, talking about Kadus, Chelsea had their first loss of the season as well, coming off the back of it was an interesting game to watch, because City were on it that game. Chelsea didn't look like they came that game. So how do you feel from the loss of your first loss of the season? Do you think it's a big deal? Do you think it's nothing because it's City and that was always going to happen? What do you think?
Man, I'm always annoyed after a loss. Don't get me wrong, man, but you can just tell by that game that it meant more to City than it did to Chelsea. Obviously, by the way that it panned out, you had people celebrate. You had City players celebrating like they won the Champions League. Oops. So it's just one of them things, isn't it? I think at the end of the day, Chelsea didn't show up. I said this in the last podcast. If we start slow and sluggish, then City are gonna dominate the game, and they did. They came prepared. They came that those 3 losses last season really stuck in Pep's head. So I think they came to try and prove a point, and they did. But I mean, it is what it is, man. We took an L. They're arguably one of the best teams in Europe. It is what it is, So we just got to take it. Hopefully now we can build on that and actually, learn from those mistakes.
But that's what I think, but that's why I think with you guys work so well, whereas with us, it won't work as well as that. Like, I feel like you guys will look at that result and learn from that result and then adapt it into your play. And even your manager coming out saying, guys, I hold my hand up. I died. I messed that up. I mean, that's a lot of respect for the manager to come out and do that. So I feel like you will. I feel like you will learn from that, And now you're going to go into a home game against Southampton, and Southampton are no pushovers. I mean, Southampton, stopped City. They didn't beat City. They didn't lose to City, and they've been decent. Yeah, they've been decent. Do you feel like it's going to be a stroll for you? Because a lot of people are saying Chelsea are going to bulldoze them and blah blah.
It's. I mean, look. At the end of the day, there's a few things that I'm seeing that's becoming a bit of an issue for me. And one of the big things is, obviously, we've got Lukaku, who is a talisman, but we lose that press that we had with our front three. And I think Lukaku isn't really that good. I mean, he can run about. He's got legs, and I've seen him win the ball a few times. But in terms of winning the ball high up, he's not really that good at it. So we lose a little bit of that. So we have to try and adapt. Against Southampton, the good thing with Southampton is that they're not creating a lot of chances. But knowing that, they're probably going to try and play like it's a Champions League final for them. But it's one of those ones. We should beat them, obviously, on paper. Defensively, we will hold up. But defensively, everyone's got the memo. Attacking wise, it's only really Lukaku I'm seeing who's actually doing the work. Everyone seems to still be on holiday. So once we get everyone out of that little holiday haze, I think we'll be okay. So listen, man, I'm just hoping that the loss to Man City has really made people wake up, because we can't have a performance like that again. But if we play like how we know we can play, then we'll be all right.
Yeah, but you're saying that, but do you think you've been playing bad this season? Because I don't think you guys have been playing bad this season.
The second half has kind of made us look really good. Against Arsenal, the first half it was shaky. Second half bulldozed you. Same with Tottenham. Same with Aston Villa.
The second half,
Chelsea kind of have the same thing United had last season, where first half they just took long to start, and then second half they came into it, and that's what's happening to them now. I don't think Chelsea have been at their best this season at all. So but they've still been finding results, which is really.
No, for sure. Listen, I'm being super critical. Don't get me wrong. And I think, look, man, we're only 6-7 games in, and I think really we're going to start to see teams really perform at full level in the next few games. So we're still there, but look, we're still getting the results, man. I think the City game, we should just take it on the chin. Southampton, it should be a comfortable win, but I'm not expecting it to be a bulldoze the way people think it is.
Yeah, let's quickly look at there's a couple of comments here. First, from the same person. So first of all, D-Dubs, Dwayne, welcome. First comment, he says, "Let's go." So that's to all of you. Second comment, he says, "Tuchel got found out by Pep." What do you have to say?
That's stupid.
I think that's a bit steep.
Let's add some context, right? Dwayne is probably one of the biggest haters of Chelsea. It's ridiculous the way this guy likes to talk. Bearing in mind last season, Tuchel 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. Right? Pep came in. He wanted to win this game, so it is what it is.
I would say though.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't think. Are you sure, bro? You got the hat on, innit?
Not really, but the head's looking fresh. I'll let you go first.
Go.
I don't think Pep found him out. I think it's just a battle of two very master tacticianists, and one of them's come out on top. That's pretty much it. So yeah.
I do think that we got the process a little bit wrong. We were a bit too conservative. We gave him a bit too much respect that game. We shouldn't have. We should have played how we normally played. And we only started playing until like the 55th minute when Havertz came on, and we started to kind of show.
Because you guys were looking for the counter, innit? And
it's annoying. I don't know why. That was one thing that confused me. But it is what it is. I mean, Tuchel's got it right more than he's got it wrong. So I'm not gonna stand here and get angry now.
Yeah, do you think Southampton can look at that result of Chelsea against City, because you weren't at your best then, and do you think they can take inspiration from that to find ways to breach that defense? Because they've got the likes of Armstrong, who's been playing well for them, and as a team in general, they're actually a solid team. When they play together as a team, do you think that they can find a way to breach your defense by watching what you guys did?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Because, I mean, even City, when they scored, it was an unlucky deflection. I mean, look, at the end of the day, man, it's going to be hard. They haven't scored a lot of goals, but I can say that and watch they play like Bayern Barcelona. They've got Tino Livramento.
Really young, amazing player, yeah.
Really I'm still a bit irritated that Chelsea sold him, but we got that buyback clause, so hopefully we can activate it. Okay, let's go to a little bit more of the comments. Shane, welcome to the show. He says, yes, Ben, he's feeling your top, Ben. He's feeling your top. Tanzania.
Shane, don't give him too much props. The only reason he's wearing it is because he doesn't want to represent his
club today. It's in the wash.
Let's go to
That's not true. That's not true. Lift up your top. Lift up your top.
Let's not talk about what
that's Tottenham underneath that.
All right.
That's Tottenham underneath that.
Next comment,
It's not
Sean.
underneath that.
Next comment, Sean. Welcome to the show, Sean. He says,
Hey.
yes. So he knows United today. United are playing against Villarreal, so it's a must win for me. It's a must win for United today. So all the lineup came out. Everybody's happy. It's going to be interesting to see. Oh, everybody's happy. I mean, there's no defenders, but we'll see how the game goes. Next comment, Dwayne. Dwayne's laughing at Kadus' response, I'm assuming, as him being the biggest hater. And then the next comment, Sean says, Lukaku flops against big teams. Why are we surprised? What do you say into that? Let's start maybe with...
He scored an offside goal against City on Saturday. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, mate? We don't need to score in the big games. That's what Havertz is for, man.
Kieron, what are you saying to that?
I think I haven't seen like the best of Lukaku yet at Chelsea, because I think where is that Inter Milan? I think the league itself is slower. He's able to use his strengths, but I don't think we've seen the best of him yet at Chelsea. So what Sean's saying could actually be true, because against City, he wasn't saying much. He's trying to hit on the counter, but he wasn't saying much. He wasn't saying much at all, man. I didn't see any clear-cut opportunities that he created or even put away.
So that's something I suppose we have to wait until the season.
Sorry, just to counter that, brother. Against City, it was a bit mad because you had him and Werner, and there was so much space between the midfields. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, by the time the ball finally did actually get up to them, when it really did, they were both isolated. And that's been the way that they played against Lukaku. You get a defender on him, maybe two, and try and isolate him. So, but yeah, no.
Similar thing to Liverpool as well, isn't it? Because he didn't score against Liverpool, did he? Or did
could have had about 3 assists though. Oh no, Matt had a really good block second half.
Okay, yeah. So maybe Sean's right then. Maybe he does kind of.
Kieron is evil, you know. Let's move on. Let's move on.
I'm an Arsenal fan, bro. I don't even understand. I can't get
it. We're gonna do these last 2 fixtures together, just because I think we can discuss, because the scenarios of these 2 teams. There's an
Mokta, tell the truth. You want to go and watch Man United play? Just say how it is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I'm going to tell you why.
That's what it is. Okay.
I'm going to tell you why. Spurs won their first 3 games. Arsenal lost their first 3 games. Spurs lost their last 3 games. Arsenal won their last 3 games. Spurs and Arsenal played against each other the last game. Spurs got battered. Arsenal came out on top. And Arsenal actually looked. I have to give credit to Max. Arsenal actually look good.
We did that.
Arsenal also took over Spurs in the league. Whoa. First time ever that a team...
Same points, though. Same points. So let's calm down.
History. Tottenham made history for once.
So my thing
Tottenham made history.
So my thing is, Arsenal are going to be playing Brighton away. Brighton is a very, very difficult game. It's not
hard team. That's going to be a difficult
We have history as well, man. We have a lot of history with them.
Exactly. And Spurs are going to be at home.
They've beaten us a lot.
So Spurs are going to be at home to Aston Villa, which Aston Villa are going to have confidence after beating Man United last week. So it's going to be difficult for Spurs, as Spurs, our manager, is under pressure right now, whereas Arteta's pressure is kind of easing based on the last 2-3 results that Arsenal have had. So that's basically what I wanted to put into context. So let's just first of all talk about quickly the game that happened between you two. Where
Goal
Spurs
of the season so far.
Battered.
Goal of the season by Aubameyang.
I don't know about goal of the season.
Look how the Arsenal fans get excited.
Let's think about what actually happened. Yeah, the keeper done a terrible thing to Xhaka, right? Xhaka won the ball, held it up, boom, on the left. From there, ran down, pass, give and go, up, cut back in, goal. Wicked, man! What a team goal! Come on now.
You're saying those?
It was a good goal. It was a good goal.
It was a great goal.
Aubameyang
flicked it. Hold on, Aubameyang flicked it. Yeah, Saka carried on running.
No. You know what? Chelsea scored a serious goal this season too. Is the one the build-up play. It was an amazing build. I can't remember against who. Amazing build-up play. Went to Lukaku, top corner, boom, better goal than Arsenal's one, 100%. I just remember.
Thank you. Thanks for not coming down, Thank you. Just
facts.
No, I remember that. I just remember.
You just took all the breath out of Kemal's lungs.
This is what happens. This is what happens, right?
You can't just shout goal of the season if you don't know what goals happened.
Anyway, so can I continue?
So what happened? Let's go to Ben. So Ben, what happened in that game? That was the London derby. That was the game that you usually turn up every season for. If you don't turn up for the rest of the season, what happened?
Listen, They didn't turn up, innit? Midfield didn't turn up. Our midfield didn't turn up. Our strikers didn't turn up. Our defense didn't turn up. No one turned up, bro.
What about Harry
So,
Kane?
you know, bruv, Harry Kane was defending for some reason. He thought he was the next led
Kane's
the
done
team
at
or
Spurs.
something.
You don't want to be at Spurs, man. He's done.
No, he trapped back. He was actually good. Did he come at
He
the tackle
tried.
Saka?
Second half
He tried.
Second, but listen, second half he tried, but he wasn't trying hard enough. At the end of the day, tactics were wrong, gameplay was wrong, players were not on it, no one was turned up, so that's what
How can
happened.
they not be on it in South London derby? Come on, bro.
You don't know about tactics.
Kemal, what did you think about that game?
You know what? Let me give an applause for Arteta. I got an applause because I'm not his fan at all. I am not his fan.
Wow.
But well done, Arteta. He got them players up for the game.
Are you Arteta in now? Yeah.
I want to. No. I'm still Arteta out.
This guy.
I'm not. I'm standing by that. Right?
Ben's gone
But
sideways
now,
He's doing a Spider-Man impression. What's going on?
The result upset him that much, man. He's got to sleep.
I need to see the same kind of performance for Brighton, because this is going to be a harder game than Tottenham. We're playing away from them. They a couple of seasons ago, we never got top 4 because of them. There was the whole thing with Guendouzi before.
Yeah.
Leno. Yeah, Mopai took out Leno, innit? Before our season was over.
Yeah, he took out, and he just scored. He scored a lovely chip in his last game as well. Listen, he's a good striker. And Brighton are a good team, and against Arsenal, they always give us problems, and they beat us as well. So I want to see that same fight at Brighton. That's what I really want to see.
Who are you worried about from Brighton? Because I mean, Brighton defensively, they were, I think, the second or third best defensively last season. And their defense has still been pretty decent this season. Who are you worried about?
Duffy as well. Duffy's a good defender.
Duffy, who is it? Veltman. Veltman has been very, very good for them as well.
I'm worried about their striker, Mempai.
He's been on fire. You know, he's buying goals in the last 3-4 games. Like, he's been on fire. And he said,
and he's hungry.
And Henry said to him last week. He said to him, "Relax next week, relax next week about Arsenal's game." And he said, he said to Henry, Henry, I love scoring against Arsenal. He said that. So he's going to be coming for you guys.
He's on it, man. He's on it.
So you guys worried about that game? Do you feel like you're going to go? Because I feel like that game will be the toughest test so far since your last defeat. I think this will be your toughest test. Do you guys agree?
I agree. Yeah, I totally agree. Brighton are a hard game. Anyone? See, I'm not coming in, even though after that win.
Kadus, you're muted.
You're muted, Kadus. Say that again.
Even though after that win,
your toughest test was against Chelsea, brother, when you lost, mate. You're not going to get battered.
No, you wasn't listening. You wasn't listening. He said, "Did you not say since our last win?"
Since your last, since your last.
I don't care. I don't even care. I don't care what we say. I'm just letting you know right now. You're not going to get folded like pasta dough, bro.
So if you listen to the question, then it would have made more sense.
You're not going to get folded.
Let's go on that note. Let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments on that note, because there's been a few discussions here.
Man muted himself and came back and started talking about something.
I don't care. Your team's.
Let's go to Dwayne D-Dub. He says Villarreal to pull off another win. So he's talking about today's game. They didn't really win in that game in the 90 minutes. So this is going to be different. Let's see how it plays out. Shane says Brighton won't be as confident against Arsenal after the Spurs win, which is true. You don't think? Okay, this don't think so. Okay.
On that one, Shane, I don't agree.
Right now, Crystal Palace beat Spurs 3-0. Come on, man.
Sean says you would know, or this is to Kemal, you would know that's not even close to goal of the season if you watch football.
Sean, I don't know why you're always coming for me. Listen, just worry about your fantasy league. That's all you need to do. Focus on that. Don't worry about football. Okay, cool. Let's move on.
Shane says Arteta should have great energy during the Spurs game. Great energy during the Spurs game.
That wasn't good grammar, was it?
Oh, he showed. It's probably showed great energy
during the Spurs game. There you go. Thank you.
Which he did. He was on it. He was off his foot. But I want that every game. I want to see that against Brighton.
You lot are celebrating mediocrity. What is that? That's what your manager should be doing, bruv. What are you on about? Oh, my manager gave like high fives and come on, bruv.
Dwayne says
shit.
Murpai likes playing against Arsenal. Yes, we agree there. Shane says I'm worried about Murpai because his confidence and track record against Arsenal. He scores against this run of play time and time again. So, yeah, Jules says Arsenal boys will be back to normal next week.
Thank you.
Bro.
Don't let us win against Tottenham like that, man.
And then the last comment that Jules says is they want Spurs every week. That's basically what he said.
Everyone wants Spurs every week.
Everyone.
All right.
Spurs are a joke.
So let's quickly, before we finish up, let's quickly talk about, since Ben is not here, we'll talk about Pool versus C, since we don't have a Liverpool fan, but it's a big game. It's a game that's gonna, it's gonna make a big difference, I think.
Oh, he's back. Can we just take a moment for the fact that we were talking about the Arsenal Spurs game and he disappeared, and now we're talking about Liverpool Man City's comeback. I'm just going to put it out there.
Yeah, that's
network issues.
Hold on, sorry, interrupting. Jules is making a comment. Just so you know, Jules, this is actually a different Arsenal top. I have more than one. We've covered that. I have about 20. So last week I was wearing the Adidas stripes that went here.
We haven't got to that comment.
I can read.
But the public can't see what you're
Remember I told you to go and brush your teeth last week? Have you brushed them yet?
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's staying with me right now, so it's all good. Anyway, let's move on. Ben.
Hey, Kieron, don't talk to me about interruptions, bro. When Kemal's doing this.
Ben, Spurs, you've got Aston Villa. How you feeling?
Not good, bro.
Sure.
Not good.
Huh?
Not good.
Really?
I'm not good.
You don't think you can get the team energy together to grind out a result, a win at home against Aston Villa?
Not when our defense is all over the place. Listen. Not when our defense is all over the place. We've got no one reliable on the right back, no one at all, and regular on the left back he's doing madness. And
what about Sanchez? Is he not back yet?
Sanchez was, bruv, did you see Sanchez? He was on the floor half the time against Aubameyang.
Was he breakdancing?
I don't know, bruv. This guy is like a PlayStation, bruv. He just goes off when the heat is on.
What do you guys need to do to have a big effect, a big change? Like, what is it that you feel like you're missing? Like, there must be something that you fans, Spurs fans, are feeling like you're missing.
The players, bruv. The players just need to play, bruv. Like, they want to be there. All of them. Ali wasn't running anywhere. Højbjerg was making dumb mistakes and wasn't really trying like he should do. Ndombele was just doing too much unnecessary business. And he got floored and he was just there with his hand like, why am I being floored? It's like, bro, you need to do more. And our defense just need to be calm and composed, and Kane needs to start shooting and scoring. Simple as. Wow,
that's a lot of things to happen in one game though.
Yeah,
a lot. That's why I have no hope. That's why I don't have any hope, because it's a lot, so
is that why you took off the rag today?
I didn't take it off. It's in the wash, bro.
Okay,
it's in the wash.
I'm just asking.
Who are you worried about from Villa? They have
everyone.
They have Watkins.
Everyone.
They have
everyone. Watkins' pace is a problem. Then they have El Ghazi on the far side. He's a problem. Buendia.
I think I don't know if what's his name, Bailey's back for that game. He was injured against us, but I don't know if he's back for your game. He might be back.
He will be back. I think he'll be back. Bailey's a problem as well.
You guys are in trouble. Okay.
I just think you had all this confidence about being top of the league not too long ago.
Listen. But that's the thing. We have a squad. Listen, hold on. Let's not forget. We have a squad that is capable of beating Villa if they play. If they just turn up like it's just another day in the office, then no. But if they actually turn up like they actually want to win it, then yes. But I think the advantage we have is that our fans will not let them have a shit performance. I don't think they'll give them a hard time and make sure they perform. So that's the advantage we have.
That's rubbish. You just played Arsenal and your fans never help nothing. So please.
But our fans walked. First of all, we were at your pitch. Second of all, our fans walked off within the first half hour. So
they ain't gonna help you then, because the same thing's gonna happen.
No, not when you have a whole stadium of Spurs fans. Come on now.
Only half of them will leave.
What happened when Chelsea came to your stadium, bruv?
60% left.
All right. On that note,
It was 50% left in the second half. Then we got tucked 3-0 in the second half. Yeah. All right,
What
cool.
happened? What was the result?
Shut up, man. Let's move on.
Okay, cool.
Ben, are you confident, Ben?
Hold on, did you guys get battered 3-0 by all three London clubs? Hold on a minute.
Basically,
That's what happened. Number.
Oh,
3 London clubs, 3-0, clean sheet.
You know when Kamal,
I really
you know when
need
Kamal
Google
acts
for that.
surprised. You know when Kamal acts surprised when he knew that already, and he's like, "Oh,
Kamal's on his notes. Kamal looked down. He looked down at his notes and he said it.
All right, just quickly. Manchester City versus Liverpool, biggest game of the weekend right now. Top of the table clash, all of that. Who do you guys feel like is going into that game more prepared?
I would say City.
You think so?
I think City. Yeah, I think the way that they lined up against PSG yesterday, I think Pep's got tactics for Liverpool. So I think he's saving certain players. I think he's going to try and play similar to how he played against Chelsea. So I think that he might have a bit more prepared.
But that's at Anfield.
Is Trent going to be? Is Trent fit now?
He looks like he might be out. You know.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I know people are thinking about their fantasy league, but he looks like he might be out.
Oh, so let me write that down. Actually, I'll take him out my team as well.
And also, but the thing is, City have come from a bad result in the Champions League. Of course, they've played Messi and PSG, but they played very well in that game. And then you've got Liverpool, who thrashed a really weak Porto team, I would say. I know Liverpool fans will probably
dead keeper, bro. Some really dead Porto keeper.
But they won 5-1. I mean, you still have to beat your opposition, and beating them 5-1, the confidence that's going to infuse in them. I mean, this is going to be a big game.
Yeah, but they played their strong squad as well, so they're going to be a little bit fatigued.
And also, I'm basing this on the last maybe 2 or 3 games from both teams, because I think Liverpool, you could say they were almost lucky against Brentford, because if Tony wasn't offside, they would have ended up for the draw. Yeah. Obviously, they did beat Porto, but looking at Man City, I think they played well, like you said, against PSG yesterday, but they just didn't have. I don't think they had the right players to get them over the line, especially up front. And they played really well against City. The way they soaked up everything, and then they did what they had to do.
Oh, fair enough. Does anyone else think either the same or different, or maybe the opposite? Kadus?
I think Liverpool going forward are phenomenal. I think City right now looking better defensively. I think it's going to be one of those ones. It's going to be tighter than what we think. I don't think it's going to be like what it was before. I think that Liverpool's going to win. Me personally, we saw the game against PSG, which was a bit telling. I don't know, man. It could go. You know what? I don't even know. It can go either way. To be honest, I don't really care. To be fair, like no Liverpool players. I don't care. For argument's sake, I hope Liverpool get battered, just so we can have someone to laugh at next week.
Fair enough. Okay, well, let's go to score predictions.
Okay. So we'll go to Ben first, or
no? I think we'll skip Ben. So we'll go to score predictions. So Manchester United versus Everton. What were you saying, Kieron?
I am going to say 2-1 to Everton.
What are you saying, Kemal?
2-1 to Manchester United.
Okay, what are you saying, Kadus?
3-2 United.
Okay, I think I'll say 2-1 United. 2-1 United, and that's not me confident saying. That's not confident at all. I'll be honest. 2-1 United. I'll say. I think Ronaldo will be a difference in that game. Chelsea versus Southampton. What are you saying, Kieron?
Oh, I think it's going to be a 2-0 Chelsea.
Kadus?
Yeah, I concur. 2-0 Chelsea.
Kemal?
Yep.
I think this will be 1-0, I think. Brighton v Arsenal. What are you saying, Kieron?
Let me say 2-1 Arsenal.
Kadus?
2-1 Brighton. Actually, you know what? 3-0 Brighton. I said I'm happy for more pay.
3-0.
Come on, what are you saying?
3-0.
Come on, what are you saying?
2-0 to the Gunners. We're gonna have a clean sheet.
I think this could be 1-1. I think it could be 1-1. I think that's my prediction for that. Spurs versus Aston Villa. What are you saying, Kieron?
Tottenham at home, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be 3-0 to Aston Villa.
What are you saying, Kadus?
That is mad. What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-0 Aston Villa.
Okay, okay, Kemal, what are you saying?
2-1 Aston Villa.
All right, I'm gonna say 3-0 Aston Villa too. Okay, last game. Liverpool versus Manchester City. What are you saying, Kieron?
I think it'd be 1-0 City.
Okay, Kadus?
2-1 Liverpool.
Okay, Kemal?
1-1 draw.
I think I'll co-sign on that, but I'll say 2-2 draw, I would say. So before we finish up, let's maybe go through the last comments and then we'll finish. So let's start maybe with, let's see here. We'll start with Shane. How many assists will Kane get for Watkins? That's bad. Okay.
3.
Then we'll go for Shane again. Due to petrol crisis and Spurs being poor lately, I expect a half full attendance at Spurs. that's my start. And then 3 more comments. Shane says City to win 1-0 at Pool. Interesting. Shane also says 2-0 United. No Calvert-Lewin or Richarlison. So he reckons.
Oh,
United,
wow.
So he
Okay.
reckons United will steamroll them. Shane says again 2-1 to the Saints. Southampton against. Wow, Chelsea. Wow. So he reckons the Saints will win. Okay, well there you have it.
We got one from Dwayne as well for the Pool City game.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So Pool City game. Dwayne says 2-1 Liverpool. So he's confident that Liverpool can get a result against City. It's going to be a cracking game. So there you have it. That's everything we have for today's show. Let us know what you think. Thank you to everybody that came and engaged with us in the chat. Thank you to all 3 and 4. I don't know where Ben is, but thanks to him.
3.5.
3.5 for coming on to the show as well and discussing. It's really, really exciting, the games that are coming up this weekend, because they're going to make a big difference in the league. We don't know which certain games can go which way, which makes the Premier League so exciting. So until next week, make sure you guys stay safe and make sure you guys let us know what you want us to talk about, and we'll bring that to you. Thank you very much. See you guys next week.
More pequeña hat.
Peace.
Spanish waiter.